And welcome back. Time to talk Google+. I have to admit it, I'm a little nonplussed at the moment at the idea of one more networking tool. I'm not on Instagram. I don't Snapchat. And I gave up some social media site that was supposed to help me think deeper thoughts and share them with my contacts. And now I can't even remember what the name of that site is. Still, I use Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So do I need another social media site? Well, according to our experts, there is a ton of untapped potential in this Google tool. So let's welcome our regular contributor, Marissa Levin, CEO of Successful Culture, and Cynthia DeLorenzi, CEO of Success in the City. Welcome to you both.
Welcome.
Marissa, Successful Culture, we usually introduce you a different way. You've just got so many different things you're juggling.
Yeah, I have two companies. I have Information Experts and Successful Culture, and they're both out there to help small businesses thrive.
And you use Google for both. So let's get to Cynthia. Cynthia, let's state the obvious. You're a fan of Google. You got a Google Glass on. You're not paid by Google. You just like the products. So let's talk Google+. You can even weave in there why you like Google Glass, but explain to us why you like Google Glass and then tell us a little bit about Google+.
Well, I come from the tech sector originally, so I have a lot of experience. I've always been an early adapter, early tester. I love to jump in on beta for a lot of things, and when I saw what Google was doing, I said, this is really exciting. And I'm trying Google Glass because I want to see what wearable technology is going to take us. And this is just that first leap into this technology.
Okay, and I got to say, they look good on you. I'm not sure I could pull it off the way you do.
What else does a woman need to know in technology? I look good.
So I'm not ready for Google Glass yet, and I'm not even ready for Google+, but I probably should be. What is it, and how can I benefit from it?
A lot of people are really confused because it does sound like another social network. In many ways it is, but I tell them, consider it as a social platform. And if you think about Google today, it is part of our infrastructure. We think about our highways, our railroads, all of those are part of our infrastructure. We never talk about Google that way, but it's an important part of what we do as an economy.
But a lot of people use Google, they just don't know what Google+ is.
Right.
So what is the plus?
It makes sense. It's the social layer that's been added on this incredible platform for connectivity. And I like people to think about findability. Whenever we go search for something and we use technology today, we don't say, I searched for you, I Googled you.
Yeah,
so it makes a lot of sense that if I'm Googling you, I Googled you before I came on the show today. And I found out you're there, you've got lots of hits, but you could have a lot more hits if you were on Google+.
Oh, you have to tell us how. But you have to have a Gmail address right now to be in the Google+ network,
once you
or no?
automatically have a Gmail address, you automatically are given the account. So
but you can get onto it without a Gmail address.
You can get onto it without it. So you just go to plus.google.com and you can set up your account from there. But what I like people to understand is that unlike the other platforms, they provide this rich layer of search engine optimization you won't get through the other platforms. And if you look at search, and I took the time to share with Marissa, let's look at if you're on Google+ and if you're not. Well, just think about if you're Google+ and you have people joining your social platform, would you not enhance their findability? It makes sense that they would. So you have an opportunity to be found a lot more readily and increase your hits and findability.
So clearly I'm not as tech savvy as Cynthia. I'm not tech cool with the Google Glasses. You're a little bit of both. You're someone who's a sponge for new information and you come from the tech world. What did you learn from her? How are you putting Google+ to use?
So, you know, Rebecca, part of my success strategy is being connected to as many quality people as I can.
And one way you do it is you get up early and you go to every event in town, but for those of us who don't have that energy, you think Google+ can supplant or not make room for those of us who don't go to every coffee.
The idea behind Google+, in addition to the circles, is exactly what Cynthia said. It's the technology component from a search standpoint. The more that you use any type of Google technology, whether it's Google+ or YouTube, the higher ranked you are in your search engine optimization.
So give us an example of ways that it's helped your business.
So we're on Google+, and I was so surprised at how many hits and how many things are out there when I Google+ or Googled my own name. I was absolutely astonished, and I know a lot of that has to do with the fact that I use YouTube a lot, I use Google+ a lot. We invest in search engine optimization, and when we're small businesses, it's proven through research now that the way people find others that they want to work with that they don't know is that they do Google them and they go to websites. We want to be as highly ranked as possible in the search fields, and that really is the ticket behind Google+. It really is about the search.
So Cynthia, tell our audience, I mean, obviously maybe they could hire a consultant like you, but if they don't have the budget for that or they're eager to learn right away, what's the best tutorial? How do you teach them to use it?
Look, it's totally free. Everything that Google has at your disposal is free. You get on, so some of the first things I say is, first thing you do is put your About page up there. And what's exciting now, when Google launched in 2011, you could only have a personal page. Now you can have a community page, you can have a business page, you can add as many pages as you want and really provide those links. You want to make it link rich. That means hyperlink all the places where people can find you, so that when people search you, and people will search you if they're interested in your business, you want to be there. And you want to take advantage of Google Local. If you've got a business with a location, you've got to be on Google+, because you're going to pop right up there on Google Local.
So much more to learn. We've got a quick segment right after the break. Stay with us. We're going to have more when we return. And we're back with our regular business mentor, Marissa Levin, and with her today, Success in the City's Cynthia DeLorenzi. Ladies, welcome back. Let's talk more Google+. Marissa, not only are you using it, but you're teaching some of your other companies that you work with to use it. What do you like about Google+ when it comes to others?
So I am coaching several different e-commerce companies, and search engine ranking is critical for them. They're in highly competitive industries, and the most important thing is that they are found when prospects go look for them.
And you think Google+ helps, if you're on Google+, you think it helps with getting more hits?
It's the only social media platform that is connected to your rankings. All of the others might be fun, and it's good to be on LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook, and you know I use all of those, but Google+ is the only one that is directly connected to your rankings.
To your Google rankings, but you know, who's using Bing as much, let's be honest?
To all of the rankings.
Oh, really?
You have to be on Google+ for rankings. You absolutely
everywhere,
have to be.
with every search engine.
You have to be on Google+.
See all that I learned from you, ladies? Cynthia, I want to learn from you. What is Success in the City, and what is it that you do so that you use things like Google+?
Well, I have an organization called Success in the City, which is a social networking organization for business leaders, and we're here in Washington. But I really love to bring awareness to all of the new cutting-edge sciences, including technology. So it's really a lot of fun what I do. So I kind of have a platform for sharing great things that I'm discovering.
So tell us a little bit more about your background, what led to this, because you are tech cool. How did you get that way?
Well, I used to be the CEO of the North Texas Technology Council, and I moved to Washington, D.C. in 2002 to take over my brother's IT company when he passed away. And I started Success in the City purely by accident, trying to find other women CEOs to hang out with, because our conversations are a little bit different than anybody who's not kind of in that kind of role running a big company. And from there we were launched, and now we kind of have this association of great people, but men are also invited to join with us. So we have these great conversations about all the things that are important and impactful to our business.
I think that's so good when companies don't discriminate against the guys, because they don't get enough of a break, let's be honest. Cynthia, so we have to ask you, what do you think about Google Glass so far? Do you like it? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or you're not decided?
I think it's cool. You know, it's like I really wasn't sure. You do have to pay to become an explorer, and I really wasn't sure. I actually had somebody submit my name, and Google immediately accepted me. And I said, you know, I'm talking the talk. I need to walk it too.
So just lastly, distraction, not a distraction. Can you drive?
I don't wear it when I drive. I don't want to get busted. But
right now, is it a distraction? Is it on right now?
No, it's not on right now. But all I'd have to do is tap it, and I could get it to come on. And I could take your picture. I can make a phone call.
And
I can have
talk to me at the same time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's really cool.
Okay, we'll see. We'll give it a try. It's all ahead in Fashion Week in New York. And that's it for our show. We hope to see you next week for more Washington Business Report.